We're talking about the Nancy Guthrie case. This investigation now in its third week, almost nearing the end of the third week. And we're turning to Robert Strang. He is the CEO of Investigative Management Group. He's also a former federal agent, participated and led many, many investigations over the years. Bob, thanks so much for joining us.
Lisa, thank you for having me.
As you look at what's being done to try to locate Nancy Guthrie and to try to bring some closure to this, what strikes you about the investigation and why is this so difficult? Because people are saying they have so many resources, so many people working on this. Why can't they solve this the way they do other crimes?
Yeah, this is a very difficult case. You can see partially why it's so difficult, just the way that the perpetrator was dressed. So it's a little bit different. Now, the sheriff is doing a wonderful job. He's got the full resources of the FBI, the Homeland Security, everybody involved from the White House down to help find Nancy. But the thing is that even with these resources, even with the best forensics, the best cyber investigators, the best DNA experts, the best informants, both on social media and in real time, this is really a problem. Even with all of these resources, every day gets a little closer. Today is a good day. The DNA was found on the gloves. There's DNA in the house. The FBI is now, and the sheriff's office is now going to all the public databases looking for a match. There's no question that ultimately this individual will be found. It's just a matter of when. Could it be in a matter of minutes or could it be days?
And then what about in terms of the reward? Because they offered, the FBI is offering a little bit over $100,000. The reward came days after she was taken. Is that enough money to really incentivize somebody who may have to completely relocate or change their entire lifestyle or whatever if they have information?
It's a good point. But you really have to have some number out there to offer somebody something to forward. I mean, if you look at the money that we're spending, well worth it with the government, the federal, state, and local. That's maybe 5 minutes worth of time.
Right.
So the resources are being put in the proper area. Resources are put into the investigation with the experts as they should be. And I would think that very soon these experts are going to come up with Nancy Guthrie.
So there's no doubt. You said you have no doubt in your mind that there will be a resolution to this, that she will be located.
I'm confident. I'm confident that with the DNA, I'm confident with Meta and Google working on those other cameras on the property, that ultimately there'll be much more evidence. And that is comforting to know that every day, every hour, we're getting closer and closer with more evidence. So that's what makes me confident.
And do you think there'll be one big connection that kind of is the breakthrough and then everything else falls into place? Because they still haven't identified him, which as you point out, they're getting closer with the DNA. Will there be a big breakthrough, or will this be kind of a building effect and there'll be a final straw?
I think there'll be an identification, and obviously that'll be confidential with the officials who are operating this, and there'll be an arrest, and hopefully there'll be a recovery of Nancy Guthrie.
And then, Bob, as you look at the case throughout these past couple of weeks, several weeks, does this look to you like the work of one individual? Does it look more organized? Does it look like there may be more other people involved just because of the way they've been able to evade and elude law enforcement for so long? What's your gut feeling on that?
Lisa, that could work both ways, right? It could be one individual who is really very careful about everything that he is doing, or it could be a larger group, but should be more DNA, more video. It's a double-edged sword. On one case that I look at is pulling the plants to put at the camera. What professional does that. They have tape, they have spray paint, but that may be done on purpose. So, it could either be very sophisticated or with several people, or very sophisticated with this one individual. But either way, I think they know exactly what they're doing. And I think that is the difficulty for the sheriff's department and the FBI to identify this person.
Exactly. Bob, I know you have to run, but thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Lisa.